We're never very far from those we hate. For this very reason, we shall never be truly close to those we love.
Welcome to Severely Underrated, and welcome to a film which is every introvert's wet dream. Moving to a remote island, breathing in the salty air, and living in complete solitude and silence.
Finally, inner peace.
Well, this film takes that dream, slaps you with a wet fish, and replaces it with a nightmare filled with angry sea monsters and an old lighthouse keeper who's seen some things, man.
We're replacing the weather official. Can you tell me of his whereabouts? Typhus. He's dead?
Welcome to Cold Skin.
I would have to live in a solitude like exile.
Our hero, or our victim more like, a young weather officer, arrives at an isolated island to replace the previous meteorologist, who apparently peaced out in the most dramatic way possible. He disappeared entirely.
Man up and vanished like a fart in the wind.
The only other human there is Gruner, a grizzled, filthy lighthouse keeper who looks like a man who's been surviving on a diet of raw fish, regret, and whatever he finds growing in his beard, like a freaking 6-foot dwarf.
Should have stayed on the boat.
Gruner has all the warmth of a rusty nail, immediately treating our protagonist with the kind of hospitality you'd expect from a man who hasn't seen another human in years. Hostile glares, grunts, and possibly the faint odor of dead seagulls. The meteorologist is attacked on his first night on the island by its inhabitants, and since there weren't any others there beside him and Gruner, one can only assume that these attackers came from...
Under the sea. Under the sea.
Surprise! This isn't just an island vacation gone wrong. Every night hordes of weird, scaly, humanoid creatures emerge from the ocean like they're attending the world's worst pool party and attempt to break into the lighthouse for reasons that range from "we hate you" to "we really hate you." It turns out this has been happening for years, and Gruner has been fending them off in the most logical way possible, by screaming, shooting wildly, and turning his lighthouse into a horde mode XP farming simulator. The creatures themselves are an interesting bunch. They're sort of like if the creature from the Black Lagoon and Gollum had a weird baby, and that baby grew up holding a personal grudge against humans. They attack in swarms, they're freaky as hell, and they really don't appreciate being shot at every night.
Shame.
But then there's a single, non-hostile fish woman. She is essentially Gruner's, pet, slave, weirdly affectionate aquarium decoration. It's never quite clear, but what is clear is that Gruner's relationship with her is about 10 levels of uncomfortable. The protagonist, being a decent human being, takes pity on the creature, leading to a bizarre but oddly touching love triangle. Him, a murderous old lighthouse keeper, and a confused fishwoman who just wants to sing. But beneath the monster movie horror and fishy weirdness, Cold Skin actually has a surprising amount of depth, pun 100% intended. It plays with themes of isolation, colonialism, fear of the unknown, and the classic "who's the real monster?". The protagonist starts out horrified by these creatures, then begins to sympathize with them, while Gruner clings to his violent hatred like it's the last can of Spam on a deserted island.
Wake up! Shoot, damn it!
In a way, the film asks what happens when you're trapped in one place with nothing but your own madness, bad company, fish monsters for a whole year, and a gun in your hand. The answer? Well...
Get off my lawn.
It's beautifully shot, strangely poetic, and it's narrated wonderfully. And by the end, you just might find yourself reconsidering your stance on dating amphibians.
You want to conquer them, is that it?
Oh no. I want to exterminate them.
See ya, boys and gals, and remember to be nice to one another, have fun, leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe for more videos.